Welcome back everyone. Today we'll be working on a modern hotel. In the previous video we worked on an industrial area, and now it's time to work on some, well, visitor structures for the main park bit once that's complete. I just thought doing separate videos for it is probably a lot better than a 30-minute video of me just building stuff, so hope you enjoy anyway. Just like with any build, we start with the foundations just to create a rough outline of what we're going to be working with. I've then made a decision to use this bright brick as it looked quite modern, and the inspiration came from Eastern European buildings. That's where I come from, spoiler, as they always have like a little porch with stairs outside. It just looks very iconic. Once I finished that, I realised I don't have stairs, and I kind of need stairs to get into the hotel. So I started trying to figure out how to make stairs. Yeah, stairs. This is around the time my ADHD kicked in, and I kind of got bored and distracted, and I started to try and build walls. Yeah, at this point the stairs are completely out of the window. I'm now doing detailing on the building, which hasn't even got a roof yet or second floor. So once again, this is just my brain and how it works, unfortunately. One important thing with buildings that I've noticed is you need to add depth to buildings, which usually means doing little cutouts and just adding that extra little bit of detail. You don't really see flat buildings in real life, so they shouldn't be flat in games. Now, because I've made balconies and I made little sections hang out, it adds the extra level of detail and depth to the structure, which is exactly what we want to make something look, well, not like a box or Amazon warehouse. As someone who's travelled to quite a few hotels abroad, they always have quite iconic art on the front, something 3D that pops. So I really want to create something of my own, and I'm doing an okay job in articulating what I mean, but I think it's better if I just show you. I will add a few extra details here, but this is kind of the thing I was going for. Not entirely, but it'll have to do, I guess. The inspiration for the next piece actually came from a local Asda design, so check it out. Once I finished that little grid going up, I decided to just finish up the detailing on the front of the structure, just to sort of give myself like a canvas of what I'm aiming for overall. I am very fortunate to be playing on PC with mods, so I've just decided to steal one of the already pre-existing signs, increase the size to not even near maximum, but to a big size, to use as the hotel sign. May I say, this probably saved me hours and hours of a headache of trying to think of an original logo for this place. We're finally done full circle, and I am finally doing the stairs for the hotel. I never thought I'd live to see the day that we get back to this project. I then need to decide on the fencing around the hotel and some planters to add greenery to the outside, but I'm gonna skip quite ahead now, not to bore you with this process. I then played around with some basic balcony designs before fleshing them out, which naturally sort of guided me up the building to start working on the roof. I then realised to flesh out the structure, I probably need some sort of big dining area on like a huge balcony, or what do they call it, a terrace? I don't think that's the right terminology, but maybe it is. At this point, I'm getting a general idea of what the hotel is going to look like, and I can start to think about extra details just to flesh it out, because it's very plain and simple at the moment. So I've then moved on to throw some ideas around the balconies. It looks a bit empty and cheap. It's supposed to be a luxury hotel, and it's just a bit of concrete hanging outside the wall. So yeah, this was fun. It's not a luxury hotel unless there's a cheeky little pool on top of the roof. Let's be honest here. Speaking of sunbeds, I was sunbathing today and I am really sunburnt. Well, I'm not, but I'm just boiling. Really, really boiling. Anyway, yeah. Me when I overshare while I was showcasing my build. As I said before in the beginning, the purpose of this was to break up videos, because the one I posted of 30 minutes of just me building an industrial area has a lot to take in for anyone, I suppose, if you're not into that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping by just doing these separate, shorter type videos, just building individual structures, which I will then eventually put together, we can just get more interest going, or just get more people on board with it. So do let me know what you think. There's not much feedback right now. I had my little pop on Jurassic World Evolution 2 and it kind of died, so if you have any feedback for me, do let me know. Well, that was it. Hopefully I made a video just the right length of time, but like, just a reminder, this is the industrial area from the previous video, and I've just been building a hotel up on the hill there. All of this terrain will be changed, maybe. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this yet. At the moment I just want to focus on making the individual structures and then just sort of let it all fall into place together. But thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, and also let me know down in the comments if you do. To be fair, a like is enough. Anyway, I'm just yapping now. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.